All right, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to Reading Between the Lines, or welcome back if you're a current subscriber. This is a channel where I talk about books and things of that nature. Two things. Number one, I got a challenge for myself today. Number two, this book review is for my brother Justin. He's a big technology, kind of like outer space loving kind of guy. Basically what this book and a couple other books are like. So this book, Armada, as you read in the title, it's written by Ernest Cline, and he's the fella that wrote Ready Player One, which then turned into a movie. Side note, I didn't read the book, Ready Player One, nor did I see the movie. So I'm probably gonna go watch it, and I already bought the book on Audible, and I'm gonna be listening to that shortly. But nonetheless, the challenge I'm talking about, I need to do this review in under 4 minutes for a couple reasons. Number one, my battery's about to die. I don't know, I can't film a video with a full battery. And number two, I'm so good at babbling and rambling, I need to stop that for the most part. And I just really want to challenge myself to see if I can do a review in 4 minutes. So let's put a timer up, and we're going to start the review right now. So in this book, you're following a character by the name of Zach Lightman. He's a kid in his late teens, late stages of high school, and he's a kid who loves sci-fi movies, books, video games, etc. And he plays this one video game by the name Armada. And in this video game, he's basically trying to fend off space invaders trying to destroy Earth. And that's basically the whole plot of the game. And one day he's sitting in class doing what he does, writing stuff, drawing, whatever he's doing. And he looks out the window and he sees one of the ships that is in his game, the game of Armada. He starts to freak out, thinks he's going crazy, and then realizes that it's not him going crazy, it's real life. So that's basically what's going on in the beginning of the book. I don't want to get too much further into the book because there's a few early spoilers that kind of trigger some thoughts and whatnot throughout the rest of the book. So a few things that I liked about this book and that I didn't like. The first thing I didn't like was the character development wasn't really there, but that's probably because the story took place over like a 2-day period, which I thought was very interesting. Typically, it's, you know, books take place over a large amount of time, but the whole storyline of this book is like, you know, it's like bam and then bam. The story itself, the climax comes at, you know, at a rapid pace, but in the writing, he was able to slow that down, get you really immersed in the book, give you a lot of detail. Especially when it came to kind of like the history of what's going on here on the cover and kind of the ideas behind it with people in relation to Zach. I almost spoiled the book, and that would not have been good. So why did I pick this book up? So I picked the book up when I was in Barnes & Noble probably about a month and a half ago. And initially the cover drew my interest. I know there's a couple of different covers, but this is a paperback. Obviously you see Zach sitting down, looking at a TV screen, playing Armada with his VR headset on, and then you see the ships that is on the screen in real life, and you're like, wait a second, and that's what initially drew my interest. And I read the back cover, and I was like, okay, this actually looks like it actually sounds like it's gonna be really good. With this cover, I kind of guessed what was gonna happen throughout the whole story. Of course, there were some twists and turns that I didn't know was gonna happen, but this cover I kind of like already knew what was gonna happen in the story, which was cool, but also not cool. And I think it was cool because he was, like I said, he was able to give me so much detail that I every once in a while I lost my train of thought, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen anymore. But that was just because of the amount of detail I was given, if that even makes sense. Now, there are some events that happened in the story that I had no idea was gonna happen. The only thing I didn't like was towards the end, it just seemed flat. It didn't really seem rushed. It just seemed like maybe there wasn't any more ideas. Maybe he didn't know how he wanted to end the book. I mean, it was still a decent ending, but I personally, with this kind of book, I personally would have loved to be left on a cliff and had no idea what was gonna happen, and then maybe to hope for, you know, an Armada 2 or some sort of sequel. Overall, though, it was a good book, and I'd probably rate the book like, I don't know, 4 out of 5, 4.1 out of 5, we'll say. And again, I think I just loved, well, initially I hated reading books with so much detail, but then as I was getting through this book and as I was realizing the timeline and everything, I was like, man, getting this detail actually is making me more interested in the book rather than pushing me away. And that's just because I'm becoming a part of the book. Like, I felt like I was hanging out with Zach. I felt like I was telling him what to do, what not to do. I felt like I was hearing the music he was listening to. And of course, there's a bunch of pop culture references in the book, which I thought was really cool. And with that, if you're familiar with the references, it kind of gets you more involved in the book. So I think he did a great job of that. I'm obviously going to read Ready Player One, but his ability to keep that detail throughout the entire story was something that I became a big fan of, and I actually really like his work. I was never really into this kind of reading or this kind of topic till, I don't know, a few months ago. I mean, you know, besides playing my own video games. But anyways, who would I recommend this book to? Literally anybody. Like, if you want to read a book about VR, about space invaders, about video games, if you want to read a little science fiction thriller, This isn't like a crazy thriller, but you know, it still has you guessing every once in a while. So literally anybody. I personally, like I said, 4.1 out of 5. I thought this was a great book. Justin, if you made it this far in the video, get the book, listen to it. I think you'll love it. And that's it. That's the whole review. And hopefully that wasn't too long of a video. My battery is actually on 9%, so I think we did good. But that's it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Support the channel. Let's grow together. Comment if you want to talk about this book. I know it came out a while ago, but you know, still a good book. And that is it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go make a thumbnail really quick. All right. Am I gonna screenshot this? I don't know, maybe, but I'm out. See you guys.